With the 12th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Broncos select Oregon quarterback Bo Nix. I mocked the Broncos taking Bo Nix in almost every mock draft, but always in round 2. But after a run of quarterbacks with Penix and McCarthy going a few slots before Denver, really makes you wonder if maybe a little bit of panic crept in Sean Payton's office, and they ultimately go Bo Nix in round number 1. After a lot of chatter about Denver maybe trading back, ultimately they stay put. And listen, I'm going to try to be optimistic about this, but to be honest with you, my initial reaction is I'm not a big fan of this pick. But I can see how Sean Payton can look at a quarterback like Bo Nix and think, that's the type of quarterback that can run my offense. Here's what the scouting report is on Nix. He's got good mobility. I think he's more than just a pocket passer. My concerns are he was a check down Charlie last year for the Oregon Ducks. And in his defense, that was the Oregon offense. That's what Dan Lanning asked him to do. That's what Oregon asked Justin Herbert to do. And ultimately, we see how Justin Herbert's working out in the NFL. So maybe Bo Nix could have a similar career path to Herbert. But I don't think that Justin Herbert's going to be on the same path I don't think Bo Nix will be on the same path as Justin Herbert. Last year for the Ducks, FBS best 77% completion percentage, 4,500 yards, 45 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. What the NFL is waiting to find out is, can Bo Nix push the ball down the field with accuracy? Something he was not asked to do at Oregon, and he had a lot of really good playmakers underneath that did some great things for him after the catch. That's why I thought Bo Nix was a round 2 guy, not a round 1 guy. If you're taking a quarterback in round 1, you have to have evidence, in my opinion, that they can make all of the throws, and there's a good amount of volume that supports that. I don't have that right now for Bo Nix. Now, how would you grade the pick? A, B, C, D, or F? For me, I give it a C to C minus. And listen, on draft day, everyone wants to be told their team made the best pick in the world. The reality is that's not always the case. We know that with Paxton Lynch. I feel like Bo Nix is not going to be the answer to the Broncos' decade-long search for a franchise quarterback. I want to be wrong. Believe me, I do. But my honest opinion is I think Bo Nix is going to make a really good backup quarterback one day. And that's probably the last thing you were hoping to hear when you clicked onto this video. But I don't want to just stand here and sell you guys a bag of magic beans and just be an absolute homer for the Broncos and say everything they do is perfect when we know that's not the case the last decade. So I'm not over the moon about this pick. But if Sean Payton thinks Bo Nix is the guy, well, Sean Payton knows a hell of a lot more about football than I do. I can admit that. So I'm going to be optimistic and believe that Sean Payton sees something in Nix that he can get out of him that Oregon didn't, and really push the ball down the field and make all the high-level throws you need to make in the NFL. And hopefully that's what Sean Payton's able to get out of Bo Nix. But as things stand right now, I am definitely in the camp of I'll believe it when I see it. But one thing is for sure, Denver needed to get a quarterback in this draft. It could not be Zach Wilson, Jarrett Stidham, and Ben DiNucci duking it out for the starting quarterback role. Now, I'll tell you who I think is going to start week 1 in just a second. But first, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor today, Mando. Today's show is brought to you by our friends over at Mando, the best spot for whole body deodorant. Grab some Mando today and nip body odor in the bud. Put it on your pits, package, feet, and beyond for whole body freshness. From the makers of Lumi deodorant, Mando is clinically proven to work hard all day. Instead of covering up BO with heavy fragrances, Mando stops odor at the source, stopping the stink from happening in the first place. Plus, our viewers today can get $5 off their starter pack when you use code CHAT at shopmando.com. Now, the Mando starter pack includes awesome things for new customers like solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, plus free shipping. And with the warmer weather here, I'm walking to work a whole lot more. And if you are on the same camp as me, You don't want to get to your office or your school being the smelly guy in the corner. No, ditch the stink right now with Mando. Get $5 off their awesome starter pack when you use code CHAT. That equates to 40% off. Go to shopmando.com and use code CHAT to get $5 off the starter pack. I put all that information in the comments and description of today's video. It's time to smell better. Your partner will thank you. I want to read to you guys a tweet Adam Schefer just put out about Bo Nix and the Broncos' decision to go with him. Schefer tweeted out, Denver held a private workout with Bo Nix the day after his pro day. The night before the workout, the Broncos sent Nix 3 packets of offensive play installation. And the next morning, as they worked out in the classroom with Nix, he, quote, crushed it, per a Broncos source. The Broncos then took Nix from the classroom to the field, watched him throw for an hour, and were convinced they had the quarterback they wanted. As this video progresses, I'm going to try to be optimistic about the pick and go, if Sean Payton saw him on the field and in the classroom be a guy that crushed it, the hell do I know? But my gut tells me this is not the great pick that the Broncos need to make here, because if they don't nail this selection, we're looking at 2022, 2023, 2024 with essentially no first-round picks. When this team has some holes, they have a very, very skinny depth chart with a lack of depth at key positions that could have been addressed either with another positional pick at 12 or trying to trade back to get pick number something in round 2 or 3. Ultimately, we'll never really know how aggressive teams are trying to trade up, as the Las Vegas Raiders, by the way, in real time are making the pick I wanted Denver to make, Brock Bowers. So now Denver gets to look forward to playing Brock Bowers twice a season. Now here's what Dane Brugler from The Athletic had to say about Bo Nix. Nix gets in trouble when he plays loose with his technique and his eyes speed up on him, but he understands where to go with the football, and his scrambling can give defenses fits. He has the tools to become a middle-of-the-road starter. For weeks I've been saying I think the Broncos are going to take Bo Nix. Always thought it was going to be round number 1. So who's going to start week 1? I guess Jarrett Stidham will start. I think it's Jarrett Stidham's job to lose in training camp, and I don't think we're going to see Sean Payton push Bo Nix to the top of the depth chart. Although, unlike maybe other quarterbacks you see, like Drake May, for example, Nix is not a guy that needs some time to develop. Nix started 5 seasons in college football. Bo Nix turned 24 years old in February. He was a 5-year starter, 61 career starts in the collegiate level. He doesn't need any time in training camp to pick up the swing of things. If he doesn't have it after 61 starts in college football, he's never going to get it. Now, we're going to have pick-by-pick analysis for you all throughout the entirety of the 2024 NFL Draft. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, because the Broncos will be next on the clock at pick number 76 in round number 3 or 75. We'll have to wait and see whether or not they stay put at that selection. Oh, 76. I had it right the first time. But Bo Nix is a Bronco. I'm going to try to be optimistic about the selection, but I ultimately go back to my gut feeling. And my gut feeling is he was a round 2 type of quarterback that I think could be a really good backup. Hopefully Sean Payton can get the best out of him and can turn him into the Broncos franchise quarterback that they have been searching for via the draft, keep in mind, since I would say like Jay Cutler. Probably even further back than that. Nope, not Elway. It's been a long time. Case in point. Hopefully Nix puts an end to the guy with the jersey that has all the names on the back of him crossed out one after another. I want Nix to be that guy. If you're looking for my opinion, I don't think he will be that guy. But I would love to be proven wrong. Believe me, rooting for Nix to be successful, but I've got my concerns about his ability to make all the throws over the middle of the field, down the field, after not seeing a big amount of volume of that from his time at Oregon. So to recap the draft so far, we saw quarterbacks go 1 through 3. The Cardinals stayed put at 4. They went Marvin Harrison. The Chargers, like I thought, went offensive tackle. The Giants go Malik Neighbors. The Titans take J.C. Latham, the number 2 tackle on their board. Then the fireworks really started. If you don't like the Bo Nix pick, Well, just be a little grateful. It could be the Atlanta Falcons for signing Kirk Cousins. They decided to draft his replacement immediately. The Bears go Rome Odunze for Caleb Williams. The Vikings, if you wanted J.J. McCarthy, was 2 picks ahead of Denver at pick number 12. Man, I guess Denver was ultimately sold on Nix over McCarthy because the Jets traded the pick, and I don't think that the Broncos were being outbid by the Minnesota Vikings 4th and 5th round pick. That's something Denver could have accomplished if they really, really wanted McCarthy. So let me know, do you like this pick by Denver? Yes or no? I know during the draft, everyone wants to see everything half glass full and be an optimist. But the reality is, that's not how the draft works. It doesn't take long to realize the good from the bad picks in the draft. And I sure hope Denver ends on the right side of history.